Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The former number 6 overall pick of 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
We knew about the great mind coming out of Duke, and we saw the athletic ability, the potential. Watching it all come together and get better with each passing year, that's been fun. He can throw it deep, throw it short, and, of course, take off out of the pocket and beat you with his legs as well.
Jones looking to throw right away. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So roughing the passer call is accepted, and this officiating crew not making very many friends here with this crowd.
Yeah, we all know that everyone accuses the officials of kind of playing to the home team. But not in this case. They're just trying to administer the game the way it's supposed to be. That drew the flag.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it and turn upfield and pick up the 1st down.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. With that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
And he will have a Giants 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, You got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Barkley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, only their first drive, Charles, but they talked to us about needing to convert on 3rd down, in particular not letting 3rd and short opportunities slip through their fingers. Well, they were successful right there.
It also tells you that they're successful on 1st and 2nd down as well to get to 3rd and manageable and make them able to pick up those 1st downs. Now here we are, 1st and goal. They've got to like what they're doing on this drive.
Back to throw. Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Now Herbert to start the drive, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A handoff for Herbert. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 and a 1st down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
On play action, Fields. Right side, Claypool's got it. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. They'll run here with Herbert, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession, as they've got it looking at a 4th down and 2. They snap it to Fields. Complete to Mooney on the slant. And he is going to have the Bears 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Fields able to hit his target, Claypool. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Here's Herbert. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, you're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their 1st sack of the contest.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Fields over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. And again back to Kmet. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Bakari Blasingame punching it in from a yard away. And the Bears are an extra point away from drawing level. And, boy, that was a heavy set. I think they had 3 tight ends out there. The fullback, you knew what they were going to do.
Yeah, they weren't trying to fool anybody at all, were they? There was none of this show you heavy set, bootleg it out. Nah. Big guys up front, hand it to the big guy in the backfield.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken from about the 12. But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route too.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll go to Barkley again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. CD, put on your OC cap here. What do? 2nd and 1, you get stuffed. Now 3rd and 1.
You know, in the old days, I would have said we're going to line up and we're going to run the same darn play and we're going to get it right. But nowadays, as tough as defenses are, I want some mobility. I want some movement, putting the ball in the hands of my quarterback and giving him a run-pass option.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Starting on the ground with Herbert. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Fields. That's complete to Mooney. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. From the gun, here's Fields. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
On first down, Fields locates Mooney on the out route. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Throwing again is Fields. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Fields on third down. That's complete right side to Kmet. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20-yard line. The third down conversion successful, a gain of 11.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Play action. It's Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Chase Claypool, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Bears will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was finished off by the Chase Claypool touchdown catch. after the touchdown. Here's Santos to kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Now Jones. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones, he'll get this out to Barkley, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing Jones. Buying time to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for the Giants. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Taken in at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. Fields throw complete here to Komet. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Herbert once more. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Let's go, man. Yeah, go right now. Let's focus out what we got to do here. Let's go.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll go option to the short side. Gets around him, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Just a spectacular run by the always dynamic Justin Fields. And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of him, being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't work. Yeah, there's no doubt.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself. After the touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. From the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, They just aren't there.
Playmaker, step up right now. Here we go. Hey, players, what's the deal, y'all?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Barkley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now Jones. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bears take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Here comes the Bears punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Fielded at about the 28. Dancing away at the 35. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Now Fields. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Fields now to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Chase Claypool with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw brought in by Bellinger. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Jones' throw taken in by Slayton. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Shifts past him at the 45. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. 52 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And so much of being a good tackler is understanding and taking the right angles to a ball carrier. And that was just tremendous straight line speed there. He eliminated the angles and was able to meet his man behind the line of scrimmage.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Bears will get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get 1 more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. At their 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, Herbert. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. New York set to take the field. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And he will have a Giants first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Jones on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. He'll find Hodgins there complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the press, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The former 3rd-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Catch made by Slayton. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears will get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 57 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Brought down on the play by Kayvon Thibodeau.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Again, it's Foreman.
Illegal block in the ball. Offense.
Here's a give to Herbert. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.